So you ask a very good question. Okay, so the question is, ask ChatGPT if that benefits us black Americans in any way. And what he's talking about is how the African Union plans on tapping into the $1.7 trillion that of Black America, right? And so yeah, so I'm gonna ask because, and you gotta look at the Stitch video. Look at the Stitch video to know what I'm talking about, okay? Because that's the plan, okay? So, does it benefit African Americans? Let's see. Tapping into the 1.7 trillion buying power of African Americans, a figure often cited in US market studies, can potentially benefit both African Americans and Africans, but the distribution of benefits and losses depends on how the African Union or African entities engage with our market. Okay, so let's break it down. Potential benefits for Africans on the continent. Economic growth. If African businesses, creatives, or exporters gain access to African American consumers, this can drive exports, fashion, tech, food, tourism, art, etc., creating jobs and generating foreign exchange. Diaspora investment. African Americans could be encouraged to invest in African real estate, startups, and infrastructure. Cultural reconnection. Pan African identity will be strengthened, leading to increased cultural collaboration and education exchange. Now, for Black Americans, cultural empowerment. Buying African made products can deepen cultural ties and foster a sense of pride and identity. We already know who we are. Business opportunities. African Americans could serve as cultural brokers, agents, or co investors in Africa based ventures, especially in tech, African entertainment, and tourism. Diversification. Engaging with African markets provides investment and supply chain diversification away from Western dominated systems. That's the potential benefits. Now let's go into the potential risk and losses for us, okay? So for Africans, what they could lose is exploitation risk. If partnerships are extractive, marketing African without real African producers benefiting anything, Africa could serve as a brand without gaining value. Dependency. Over reliance on diaspora markets may distract from building local and regional demand and self sufficiency. Makes a good point. Okay, so for Black Americans, okay, the risk and the losses for us is an economic drain. If spending shifts heavily toward imported African goods or overpriced heritage quote unquote services, it might not translate into real community wealth unless ownership, which I was talking about, or equity is retained. That's why I will continue to say wherever our money goes, we need to own, or it's for nothing. Okay? That's the one thing. Either I own it or no. Gatekeeping by elites is another potential loss. Benefits may be captured by middlemen. Oh my gosh, that's what I was saying. Middlemen or elites on both sides, leaving grassroots entrepreneurs and everyday people out. It could be a freaking a money grab for the elites. Leaving it. So that's a potential risk. Okay, so here's the chart, and you get to see. For strategic, equitable trade and investment, both sides benefit more. Who loses more? Minimal. Okay, but then you get to surface level cultural marketing without structural support. Africans have the short term gains, whereas African Americans, money outflow and we get little return. Which I was saying, there's little what's coming in for us. What's coming in for us? Where's our ownership? You know what I'm saying? So then The third one is extractive partnerships run by elites and corporations. Okay. So who benefits more? The elites on both sides. So we could get played. Both Africans and African Americans, we could both get played in this game. Both of us. So bam. So if we look at it that way, all of us need to be side-eyeing these deals that the rich elite are making, right? We need to make sure if anybody does anything, who's really going to benefit? You know what I'm saying? So then who loses more? Both communities. When it comes to extractive partnerships, will both lose. So yeah. So the bottom line is, if done thoughtfully and equitably, which diversity, equity, and inclusion is not equity. Equity is gone here in the United States of America. So remember that, you guys. Equity gone. Okay. So if done thoughtfully and equitably, tapping into the $1.7 trillion buying power of African Americans can be a win-win that strengthens global Black economic solidarity. But if it's just another marketing scheme or extractive pipeline, African Americans may lose more by sending dollars outward without gaining wealth or equity or long-term value in return. Boom. So there you have it. All the things I said. Listen, Black America, listen to me, okay? Wherever your money goes, you need to own. Right now, they're setting up events all across the country, and like they have power backers. Like rich people are backing these events that are actually going to go in with this thing, right? Both in the United States and on the continent of Africa. So, who's going to actually benefit? That's what all of us need to be actually. Who's going to actually benefit from this, okay? For real. Because there are needs in both areas. Who's actually going to benefit from this? And so it can't be the elite. It can't be the elite. Sorry. Can't be it. Because, like I said, wherever my money goes, I got to own. And just by me knowing this information, I'm not about to go to nobody festival unless it's I know who owns it and where the money's freaking going. Okay? That's bottom line. And I will do my due diligence and look up everything. Okay? And there's a bunch of free festivals out here too, by the way. Okay? Got free ones. Okay? But so yeah, there's a lot for Black America to lose, and there's also some for the African people. I don't know what countries they're talking about doing this to. I think they're starting Nigeria, Ghana first, and Southern Africa. But like, yeah, they got some stuff to lose too. Yeah. So it looks like we cracked this case. Good job, Black America. Good job.